but because I got my hair did and my makeup did, I'm gonna get on the camera for a minute and say hi to you guys. Don't get used to this though, because it is not the norm. Let me get this pulled up here, 1 second. It's been so long since I've actually been like face to face on a live with you guys. Let's see. There's a little delay on my end, but as you tune in, please say hi in the chat box. Let me know where you're watching from. And for anyone watching this later on replay, this is a live video. It means it's happening right now as I speak. So it's not just a straight up quick tutorial. If I do a project in this video, I can't show you the dried version because that's how life works. It'll be wet until it is dry. So, hey Linda, hey Annabeth, hey Veronica. Let's wait for a couple more people to get here. But I kind of wanted to survey you guys to see if you had anything specific you wanted to see tonight. First of all, I am going to show you guys these ones I did 2 weeks ago on the YouTube live, and I actually forgot about them last week. So we're going to demold, and I'm going to show them to you guys this week. Hey Judy, thank you Linda. And I'm trying to remember if I did anything besides the coasters. So Veronica, if you would like to check that for me and let me know, did I only do the coasters? Did I do a tray? I have a vague recollection of doing a tray, but I don't know. Hey Linda! Jazz hands. Well, I'm glad you joined, Annabeth. All right. So we have Ohio in the house. We've got Eureka. I am in Los Angeles, California. Let's go ahead and get started on these. Hey, Brandy. All right, so I was a little impatient and I did already demold like one of each. So I'm gonna come around and actually bring these up close. Oh, we got Fallbrook in the house. Well, actually, can you guys see these? I want to show you at least the sunflower up close. Oh, I knew I was forgetting something. Hello from Dallas. All right. There's markers downstairs that I want. I may ditch you guys for a second and go get them. Okay, this tray, right, Veronica? Hey, Susan, first time from Colorado. Okay, so we have these textured ones, and all of the molds that I used, hey, Jill, were from Fluid Art Co. I'll get you guys the link in a minute. And the pigments I used also were from Fluid Art Co. They're this little piggy TLPs. Here is the sunflowers. These actually came out better than I thought. I put a little gold dust in there so you can see that extra sparkle. Not yet Tina, but it's coming soon. Hey Jenny. So you can see the gold dust in there and it shines through this side a little bit. So if you can kind of see, there's this texture here that I wanted to show you guys I have a plan for. But otherwise, I think they're pretty cute. And then this is this flower. If anyone wants to tell me what it's called, go for it. And also, if anyone has any color suggestions for the center there, I'm thinking yellow, but let me know. Thank you, Yolanda. Okay. I am going to actually, I'm so sorry, I forgot the markers that I wanted to use for this because I wanted oil-based markers. Petunia or pansy, that sounds good to me. So I'm gonna just kind of angle this down here, gold for center. Oh, I might have gold up here. Veronica, can you text Johnny to see if he's still here? And if so, or Jack, ask them to bring up the markers. Not Jack. Jack won't know what you're talking about. But Johnny, maybe. If not, I'll just run down and get them in a minute. All right. Let us see. Oh, I have yellow up here, but I want brown and gold. Bugger. Okay, let's demold. We'll come back to that. All right. Hey again, Donna. So let's pick one thing at a time. We'll do the rest of these pansies. Hello, Natasha. These came out actually like way better than I thought. It's always a little worrisome when you're building them from the bottom up, you know? You kind of don't know how they're gonna look. So I did a set of 4 of each. He's on the way. Hopefully he knows what markers I'm talking about. I will be amazed. Come on in. Oh yes, you know exactly what I was talking about. Okay, thank you. All right. These, maybe we'll use gold for both. Because the brown in here is kind of an ugly brown and it's not very dark. So I think we go gold for both. Hello, Sparkle. All right, so these are oil-based markers and they're pretty cheap. And I just I got a big pack. Typically I'm only using white or black, but I got a whole big pack because, you know, Halloween's coming up and stuff, and I'm gonna want to do, I feel like these need a lighter center. I feel like this is too dark for that. Let's take a look at the yellow and you guys can make a new decision then. Okay, so here's the yellow. Okay, good. So, but I think for these guys, this will be perfect. So think on it. We can come back to that. Let's finish demolding these guys. Hello from the Bay Area. And we have England in the house. I think these are all super cute. And they're good molds. They're very sturdy and like they're not the cheap, flimsy ones, you know? So, yellow, okay. And then let's do the rest of these guys. Now these, I don't think I'll do any marker in them, but you could do markers in the lines in between if you wanted. These I kind of just did with leftover resin. Well, whatever, I didn't pay too much more attention, but you could go, I'll show you in a little bit how you could do this if you wanted to go really specific on these triangles. I'll show you how you can do that without spending 15 years pouring individual colors in there and hoping not to spill it. Okay, I think we're gonna go with yellow on these guys and then brown or gold on these guys. And these we're gonna just leave alone. I think this pattern will forever remind me of like soccer balls. And let's take a look at our tray. So this was the technique where I put the alcohol right into the tray and then I poured the resin on top of that and it kind of pushes it out and gives it this beautiful look. I put some gold dust in the top, which Veronica wasn't super thrilled with because it has silver handles, so normally I would go with diamond dust, but I'm a gold kind of girl. And even though there's a lot of blues in here, greens to me are just warmer. Thank you. Yeah, I love this. It could be used the other direction as a raised tray. Actually, on this side, you can see quite a bit of, what did I use in here? I think like a pearl white that I used. I'm trying to remember. It was a couple weeks ago. But you could use it as a raised tray. So let's say you want to hold all your coasters in there. You know what I mean? Or, of course, this way. And this is quite sturdy. Like this is, the handles are not going anywhere. So you could use it to serve coffee. You could put it on your shelf in the bathroom and use it as a cute display for your nail polishes, whatever you want. Here comes the train, just to warn you. All right, here comes the train. Doo, doo, doo. Let's start with these guys. And forgive my messy hands. I was painting all day, as I typically do. All right, this is a new marker. So we want to make sure you found violet petunias with the white edges. They have a dark purple center. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we could, I was thinking you could definitely leave it as is. Like, I think it's pretty accurate, but I like contrast. So I think I might stick yellow in there anyways, even if it's not realistic. I think I'm okay with that. Let's start with the gold though. Now I have not, this was my first time using these molds. Okay guys, so I have not tried to do this before. I use these markers all the time on dominoes, but this is something new. So it has a bunch of dots. Let me bring this a little close up. Hey Laura. Actually I might try to zoom in as much as that pains me. Close your eyes for a second guys. Okay. Now you can really see. So see how it has the dots and the lines. I think I'm gonna leave the lines alone and just do the dots. But I'm sure you could do both and it would be awesome. Hello, mate. Sir Ralph is in the house. Give it a second to catch up on my end so I can see where we're at. There's such a delay. And the train is still coming. Did I go the correct direction? Come on. Yep, okay, good. All right, here we go. So I'm gonna just go into the dots here. I'm not gonna worry about overfilling. If you had smaller markers, that might work a little bit better, but I wouldn't even worry about it. I'll show you how we're gonna just make this perfect by the time we're done. I don't think I'm going to do all of these because that would take forever. So I'll probably just do like one of each. Hey, Nick. Electric green for the center. That is bold. Let's stick with the gold for here. And if you guys have any suggestions for what you would like to see after this, we can take a vote. If you guys would like resin, acrylic pouring, or, you know, a Q&A session, since my hair's all nice. And it's been a long day. Hint, hint. Anyways, whatever y'all want, we got some time. All right, so this isn't quite working as well as I would like. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little hard to get these fully filled, but that's okay. And, you know, if you're very patient, this is fantastic. I am not. That was a train going by. Yeah. It goes by all day long, especially when I'm doing lives. It comes in extra time. I try to trick it, but for the purple one, yeah, I don't know about green. I don't know about lime green. That wouldn't be a good contrast though. Then they would be like Joker flowers. These circles are also not all the same sizes, just so you guys know. Some are actually bigger, some are smaller. So some are a little bit easier to fill than others. Now the reason I use an oil-based pen versus a water-based is it adheres to the resin very well. If you use water-based like acrylic paints, they'll wash off really easy and I don't think they would be very durable. Hey Rhonda, this is super durable though. Like you would have to work hard to get this marker out of these little holes here. So I would feel confident setting my cup down on here. My goodness, I'm definitely not doing all of these. Luckily the other flowers have many less little holes in there. Okay, so you can see that it's a little overfilled on here. We're gonna come back to that. We're gonna kind of let it dry. Let's do yellow on the inside of this. You guys can go away. I'm not doing all of you tonight. That's too many. All right. So here's a yellow, same brand and everything. They have these in different packs. They have like a primaries pack. They have just white and black, and then they have ones with like all the colors. You would do the other ones sporadically. Definitely an idea. This way. All right, so first time using it, make sure you shake well, and then you want to just kind of blot until the ink comes out. You can kind of press it down a bunch of times or just kind of hold it. Don't shove it down too hard. You don't want to ruin the nib of your marker. So this is not going to fit into all of these here. Some of them are quite small. So we'll see. I ain't mad at it either way. I think it's going to look awesome. I'm going to probably just soak the whole thing here. Get in there. Get in there. If you are a person that likes doing the diamond dot paintings, man, do I have a job for you here. You could sit here and do these all day long. All right, well, those are much less dots, so it's much easier. All right, we've got our 2 here. Thank you, Lori. Tina, these ones are from Amazon. Veronica can probably grab you the link, but this is just an oil-based paint marker. So they do have them at Michael's. They do have them at basically any art store. They would have them. They're just quite cheap on Amazon. So that's where I get mine. All right, so now we're going to take some little bits of paper towel. And if you guys have seen me do dominoes, it's basically the same. Oh no. Hey Bonnie. I did resin earlier today, so my bottle is sticky. All right, so this is 91% isopropyl alcohol. I don't think that you need 91%. You probably use any, but we're gonna just use that to wipe off the excess. Now you could leave the excess on there. Nothing wrong with that. It just probably would wear off over time. So this way it is just in the dots. Let's get the yellow here. I do like to let them dry a little bit first if possible. Otherwise when you go to wipe it, it'll just kind of smear it all over the place. So I like to let it dry a little bit first. All right, not so bad. Laura, all of these coasters that I used are from Fluid Art Co. And I have a whole bunch more. So many more that I still need to try. Let's do a close-up here. Don't need to go that close. So it adds a little contrast in there. It gives it a very distinct center. And like I said earlier, in case anyone wasn't here, there's also lines. If you wanted to, you could go in there and do the lines as well. But I think I would just leave it with just the center. And here's this one. You can kind of see, didn't quite work out as well. I would probably spend a little more time on this. Getting them a little bit better filled in, but it's just those ones that are small, it's hard to get in there. And I think I completely missed a couple. They're so tiny. Yeah. Tina, the white ones are in the Amazon carousel. I don't think the full color set is though, but Veronica's got the link for you there. And even if you just go to the white ones, it'll take you to the rest too, because it's just another option on there for picking them, okay? All right, I didn't see any votes earlier. So what would you guys like? Let me scroll back in case I missed any. Would you guys like a resin project, an acrylic pour project, or just a short Q&A session? Like, you can ask me anything. Let me know. I'm going to put these to the side so that they're safe, and I'm going to put the molds away. I'll show you guys some of the other molds I got though that I'm pretty excited about. Resin, okay. I'm having a brain fart, just so you guys know. So we've got lotus, right? Lotus flowers. Peacock. Now, I don't entirely, these say they're supposed to be coasters, but look how large that is. It is massive. I'm not quite sure how I feel about that. But I do have 4 of those. I have these really cute ones. Seashells. She sells seashells down by the seashore. I got 4 of everything, I think, of the coasters. I have this heart wing set. And I have a bunch of mandala kind of ones. Oh, hey, TLP. These are big like these. Did you see the ones I already finished? Look. Those are some of them. Oh, I did want to show you guys one other thing real quick. Yeah, okay. Y'all want some peacocks? Okay, I got a lot of votes for the peacocks here. All right, so I wanted to show you guys I'm going to show you a technique here. Let me find one thing in my disorganized life. Oh, there it is, okay. So since we're on the subject, let's use TLPs here. All of these molds are from Fluid Art Co. Veronica can grab the link one more time. I'm going to use some fairly obviously different colors here. Go pretty bright on this. The 80s called and wants their coasters back. So I'm going to show you here how I would do this if I wanted to keep these triangles separate without spending about 50 years pouring each individual triangle, which you totally can do. I don't know about you though, I don't have the patience for that. So, let me move this a little more that way. We're gonna take our colors here, and I've got a little paintbrush. This color is Lily Pad. So just with a little paintbrush, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna individually paint the triangles that I want this color to be in. Now, do not worry, it will not affect your mold in the slightest. As soon as you pour resin into this, all of that mica is going to come out. Jamie, yes. It's, Veronica just posted the link for Fluid Art Co. Veronica, do you think you can go on to Fluid Art Co. and find the link for the peacock molds specifically? So there's no rules here. Pick whatever triangles you want. Just kind of going at random. You do not need a lot of mica, or sorry, a lot of the piggies. Now, if you overdo it on any, just go ahead and flip it over, shake out, and make sure you get the sides of your triangles. Thank you, Brandy. Yeah, if you guys are having a good time, feel free to super chat, super sticker. Every little bit helps. Awesome, Lori. All right, this color is Taffy. So I'm going to do the same thing. You can use a different brush. I'm just going to go right into the next color here. I mean, you guys obviously get the idea. Now I just kind of sprinkled some here where I didn't really want it. So you can clean that out if you want. I'm gonna just go with it. That's okay. We can blend it into the next color. Just try not to overload your brush like I did, because that's what will happen. And TLP ships all over the world, you guys. So they're like Australia, UK, Canada, US. All right. And then lastly, we're gonna do Hustle. This is a bright, bright pink. It is a powder. Yes, this is a powdered pigment. It's often used in blooms, but I just recently learned that you can use it in resin. I don't know how I didn't know that. So because this is a pink, it's not a cool color, I'm gonna wipe off my brush just a little bit. Aw, thanks, Rhonda. This is a hot, hot pink. Look at that. This is one of their neons. That's really pretty. Super bright. And you could even leave some triangles blank. You don't even have to do all of them. You could have some that are clear. It's up to you. No rules, no rules. I feel like this needs one more color to complete it. But maybe that's clear. Or it doesn't have to be clear. We can actually put a colored resin in here. Let's do that. Okay. Hey, Kathy. Yeah, Laura, if you're gonna brush your pigments in, you don't want to spray your mold because then it'll just get kind of clumpy. And I typically only do that with molds that have tiny parts. Like honestly, I would do that for this. You can maybe see, but there's a couple little air bubbles around here. Hey, Clara. So that would have been a good mold to pre-spray with the alcohol. Yeah, Clara, this is a technique, guys. If you do not follow Clara yet, make sure you check her out. She does a lot of pre-painting molds with micas, and she does like dragons, and her detail is amazing. So if you would like to know about like just awesome resin painting, follow Clara. Thank you, Kathy. All right, so we will pour resin into that. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. I feel like we're super zoomed in. And we're gonna just mix up 8 ounces. So maybe we'll do probably 2 peacocks. Okay, camera's gonna, close your eyes, y'all. Woo, there we go, okay. All of these molds, every single one that I showed you, is from Fluid Art Co. All of them, I promise, every single one. All right, let's go ahead and Annabeth, never. She's a rebel. Rebel, I tell you. I didn't preheat this resin at all, and it's pretty cold in here, so let's give it a go. What did I say, 8 ounces? So this is Mixed Media Girl Artist Resin. You mix it equal parts A and B. I like to put in B first. I think it's easier to mix it. Resin doesn't really go bad. It does have an expiration date, but that's quite a long time. It can last about a year once opened. And it can even last after that. I've definitely used resin that's after its expiration date with no issues whatsoever. That's kind of just, you know, the company's got to give you an expiration date on it, always. The manufacturer, you know. Yeah, resin is expensive, but it's worth it. Look at all the cool stuff you can make with it. Okay, Veronica, I did hear your vote for purple. I didn't miss it. So, let's go ahead, get this mixed up. I mix it for about 3 to 4 minutes. Scrape the sides, scrape the bottoms. Now it's a little cold in here, so you can see this kind of has a white or kind of a cloudy tint to it. You can tell when it's cold because that will happen. Oh, hey, Joanne. So Joanne's going to be using my pouring medium on her live tonight, Joanne Ralston Art. So if y'all want, or if you haven't yet, go on and follow her and check her out after this video. And tonight I am going to be hanging out with my friend Cindy. I've done a couple videos with her before, and we are going to be putting together a video. It's not a live, so don't worry, y'all don't have to be there. We're going to be putting together a video on the Deco Art marbling kit, which is the coolest thing since sliced bread, let me tell you. Hey Evelyn, hey Halevi. Welcome. All right, this is pretty well mixed. This stuff has like an hour-long working time, so it doesn't hurt to mix it extra just to make sure. And often I'm talking while I'm mixing on like a live video, so I'm not really paying attention. You know what? Let's do this. We're gonna do one peacock because I was kind of thinking like, it seems a little weird to pour various colors into this since it is a peacock. So I think that I kind of want to pre-paint the peacock also. That is seeming like a potentially good idea. All right, I already have pink on my brush, so we're going to kind of go in here. Now this has tiny little details, so we're not going to be able to fill it all in, and that's okay. We're going to just do some. And no, peacocks don't have hot pink on them, but that's okay. Oh, thank you so much, Laura. Really appreciate it. We're just gonna get a little more on here. So I'm not gonna worry about being too exact with this because of all the tiny, tiny details in this mold, but this will at least give us some specific direction on the color and where it goes. Yeah, I haven't done this mold yet because I've been going back and forth on it so much in indecision. So, yeah. Have you ever tried a fast set resin? Yeah, absolutely. Actually, in a very short amount of time, Mixed Media Girl will have a fast set resin. I've already gotten the formula together. It's just a matter of having time to put it all together. It's not always the fastest process. Let's have a little pink around the outside too. Why not? I like pink. Yeah, I obviously we just had the pouring medium release, so that kind of has taken precedent, and there's a couple other things in the works that will come out, but yeah, fast set resin coming real soon. And bonus, it's a fast set resin with UV protection. So most fast set resins do not have that. That is actually something pretty unique. And of course, everybody needs a peacock mold. Can't argue with that. All right, I think this green will be good in here again. We're gonna definitely do blue for the body. Let's go ahead and do that now. While we're here. You obviously do not have to do this whole pre-painting thing. You can just pour the resin right in. You could do a solid color, you can do multiple colors. I just think if you have a pattern and you want to really try to keep that pattern, pre-painting is just fantastic. Okay, I'm going to put a little blue out here by the pink also, which when merged together is making a pretty purple. Thank you, Maria. Hey, Christina, yes, it will be. I have to review the data on food safe, but I'm pretty sure I recall it being food safe. If not, though, you can still use it for tumblers and then just seal it with a food safe resin. But I love that it has UV protection. So if you want to do a geo or something like that, you don't have to worry about sealing it with a UV protected resin. Super exciting. So I'm kind of blending this with the pink up here Can you guys see that? I feel like I should have kept it zoomed in. There I go again. On my own. Going down the only road I've ever known. Okay. All right, let's get in here with this green. And we'll put this in between here. Use whatever colors in whatever order you want. No rules. You could, if you had the time and you wanted to really just go all out, you could make this look like exactly perfect, like peacock colors. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that quick set resin too. I actually did a couple videos with it on Facebook. I just didn't say. So I said, I'm trying out a new resin, and I did some geodes. So if you guys kind of want to go look, it's actually, technically, you guys have probably already seen it, at least on Facebook. I think I might have put it on YouTube also. Oh, good, Tina. I always feel such pressure on a live video to go super fast. But I also want it to look nice, of course, you know? Yeah, so don't worry about blending the colors too much. All right, let's go right outside the bird with the green here also. And then I think I'll just do blue again in between the pink and the green. Keep that kind of color pattern going. I think this will work out pretty nice. No problems. Glad you could join us, Joella. Okay. Going kind of light on the blue here. Once again, blending with the pink a little bit. That pink really, really pops. It is super bright. Don't want to go too much near his face. Blend that in. All right, let's do this thing. I think that's pretty good. Blend it as much or as little as you want. As always, no rules. So these are This Little Piggy pigments. Just to reiterate, let me tell you the colors again, and I used it in here also. So I used Hustle, that's that hot pink. We have Taffy, and then we have Lily Pad is the green, okay? Just gonna shake out any excess there. A little excess there. Now I did get a little kind of sprinkles in here. Oh, thank you, Jenny, I'm so glad to hear that. If you want to, you can wash that out. Absolutely. Just take like a brush with a little bit of alcohol and wipe it out. I'm not going to worry about it too much though. I think it's good. Oh, there was a question. Laura, are you still here? You asked about spraying. You could actually spray at this point. Here, let's do it on the peacock. So I'm going to spray this with alcohol. And that is going to help with the air bubbles with these little tiny details in here. Yes, if the resin has yellowed in a bottle, it should still be totally fine. That's pretty normal, actually. We're going to use purple. So you guys aren't going to get to see how cool this is until next time, whenever that is. But I'm using some Alumilite Violet dye. Hopefully we painted our bird in well enough because this is pretty bright. So it's going to fill in those other triangles here with purple. Should have done more than one coaster. Oh well. It's pretty easy to replicate, so. And then same thing here. Now keep in mind, this is my first time using this peacock mold, so cut me some slack if it ain't totally perfect. I can probably pop in on Friday or Saturday and do a quick little live for you guys on YouTube and demold these, okay? Because I know that's the impatient part. Now here you can see some of the piggies popping up because I had sprayed it. But normally that won't happen. I'm going to spray it again, although it might if you have some loose powder. And that's going to just get rid of the air bubbles. And now all that hard work, and look how beautiful. Oh, hey, Cindy. I was just talking about you. Guys, if you haven't followed Cindy Creatives yet, please do so. Literally right after this live video, I'm popping over to her house to do a collab. All right, one more word of warning. Now, this is my first time using this particular mold, but I have used molds with intricate designs before. You need to watch them because air bubbles will continue to pop up for a while. So you can probably see here, this looks nice, clear, and smooth. And this, you can actually see the air bubbles just coming on up. So watch this, let it sit for a little while, let the air bubbles come up, and then come back with your alcohol. Spray it again, and you wanna do that probably several times over like a 30 to 45 minute period. So if you don't have time to babysit it, just know that it's going to have some bubbles in it. Don't really worry about it, or do whatever. It's okay. Okay, you guys, so I do have to head over to Cindy's, and some of you probably want to head over to Joanne Ralston's live video in a little bit. Does anyone have any other questions? There's a question here, you don't torch it. You don't want to torch any silicone molds because it will ruin the mold. If you've ever had it where you couldn't peel the resin out, that's typically because you used a torch, and it'll actually like rip the mold. And definitely don't use a torch after spraying with alcohol, unless you want fire. Yeah, torch will melt the mold. It's very sad when that happens, but it happens. Okay. Thank you, Tina. Joella, I think I answered your question. You might be lagging, didn't hear the answer. Let me just scroll up just to make sure I got the right question. If resin has yellowed in a bottle a little, it's still okay. Yeah, it's still okay. So definitely saw it, answered. Also, guys, if I ever miss a question from you on a live, feel free to just shoot me a message or an email, okay? I do my best to get back to you. And hopefully a lot of you have gotten your pouring mediums by now, and I can't wait to see what you make with them. Feel free to tag me on Facebook, post videos, pictures, send me messages, etc. Okay, y'all, have a fantastic rest of your week and a fantastic night.